Welcome back, everyone. I've got a fun one for you today. We're going to talk about halftones. Those are those crazy little dots used in shading images, like in comic books. I'll take this superhero image I generated from Leonardo.AI and turn him into a comic book action hero in just about 8 minutes. So, let me show you how I did it in Affinity Photo 2. I'll start with this photo, realistic AI superhero I'll call Super Dud. He's all costume and no action. Anyway, I'll remove the background by clicking on the selection brush tool in the left and painting over our caped crusader. I'm not sure why you see my arrow cursor here. I think there's a little glitch in the software matrix, but I'll press on. Once I have a good selection, I'll click the Refine tool located in the top toolbar. You'll see the red overlay indicating what is to be removed. But there's a lot of red in this guy, so I'm going to change this to black and white to see it better. I'll click on the foreground adjustment brush near the bottom of the Refine panel. Then, I'll paint over these few areas that didn't select very well. Painting with the foreground adjustment will put any missing pixels back into the selection. Okay, that looks good. Now, I'll switch the preview back to overlay to check his hair again. It looks good too. So, I'll go to the bottom of the panel and select Output to New Layer to remove our hero from his background. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my Adjustments button at the bottom of the Layers panel and scroll down to Threshold. This changes all of the pixels in the selection to either black or white. No shades of grey. You can move the little slider at the bottom to make adjustments. There, that looks good. Okay, next, I'll click and hold the adjustment layer and then drag and drop it onto Super Dud. Then, I'll right-click on the layer and scroll down to Rasterize. This puts everything so far into a new pixel layer. Then, I want to remove the white pixels and make them transparent. So, I'll go to Layers in the menu and select New Live Mask Layer and then Luminosity Range. This brings up a graph based on pixel brightness, with darkest on the left and brightest on the right. I'll add another node by clicking on the line at the top, and then I'll click and hold the right-hand node and drag it all the way to the bottom. This makes the bright white pixels in the image turn transparent. I'll zoom in to show you. Alright, now I'll right-click on the layer and select Rasterize again to put this into a single pixel layer. Then I'll click the FX button at the bottom of the Layers panel and choose Gradient Overlay and check the box. I'll change the gradient angle by clicking on the circular slider at the bottom. Then, I'll click the gradient box in the middle of the panel. To change the left color, click on the left-hand node and then the color box below it. I'll use the color wheel to change this to a dark blue. To change the right color, click the right node and do the same thing. I think I'll go with hot pink. And I think I'll go back and make my blue a little darker. Okay, that looks great. Okay, now for the halftone effect. I plan on using this several times, so I've added a halftone tool to my toolbar. To do this, go to View in the menu and select Customize Tools. The halftone tool icon looks like a bunch of dots. Just drag it onto your left-hand toolbar and release to add it. Alright, let's close that out. Now, our hero still has the gradient effect on it, and the halftone effect needs a pure pixel layer. So, I'll right-click on the layer and rasterize it again. You'll see this box pop up. Uncheck the box that says Preserve Layer FX. Okay, now the halftone effect itself is pretty easy. Just make sure the layer is selected and then click on the halftone icon we just put on your toolbar. You can use the slider on the top to adjust the cell size to whatever looks best to you. You can change the angle and change the contrast if you want. There, that looks pretty good to me. Alright, now I want some color behind this guy. So, I'll add a new pixel layer below our hero by clicking the New Pixel Layer button at the bottom of the Layers panel. Then, I'll click on my Paintbrush tool in the left-hand toolbar and I'll set my color wheel to bright yellow. I'll make sure I'm on the new pixel layer I just created, and then I'll just paint away. Don't worry too much if you go over the lines, especially around his hair. It kind of adds to the comic effect. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. I'll just select both layers here and then right-click on them. I'll select Group to group them together, and then I'll select Rasterize once more to put them both into a single pixel layer. Alright, next up, I want to add a colourful background layer below SuperDud here. So I'll select the original bottom background layer and then go to Layers in the menu and then New Fill Layer. The default is white, but I can use the colour wheel to change it into whatever colour I want. I'll go with this sky blue for now. Okay, I previously downloaded this vector image from pixabay.com. It actually contains several layers. I'll right-click on the layer and select Copy. Then I'll go back to our hero and paste the vector onto my project here. It's a lot bigger, so I'll resize it by dragging on the corner node and then I'll drag it into place on the left. Now, I'm going to make a color adjustment to the background so that the vector stands out more. I'll select the fill layer and then spin the color wheel to see which color I like. I'll go with orange for now, but I may change it later. Alright, as I mentioned, the vector image is actually made up of several layers that you can reveal by clicking the little arrow to the left of the thumbnail. I'll select the blue curve layer and then I'll click the gradient tool from the left-hand toolbar. I'll drag my cursor from bottom left to top right to add a nice gradient to the image. Then, I'll right-click on the layer and scroll down to Rasterize to turn this into a pixel layer. I can now apply the halftone effect to this layer by clicking on the halftone icon on the left-hand toolbar. Then, I can use the cell size slider to make the cells smaller. Next, I'll do the same thing for the red layer. I'll select it. Drag the gradient tool across the image. Then I'll rasterize it, click on the halftone icon, and then change the cell size. One last thing, and then I'll let you go. This background is pretty boring, so I'll hide the vector drop down and then go to the orange fill layer. At this point, it's actually a radial gradient with both end nodes having the same orange color. With the right node selected, I'll change the color wheel color to bright yellow. I think I want it the other way around, so I'll click the reverse button to swap the nodes. Then, I'll click on the orange right and use the color wheel to change it to a nice red. I'll move this little slider in the middle to where I like it. And so, yeah, there you go. A nice comic-like effect. Alright, that's about it for today. If you learned something and want to see more of this kind of content, please click those like and subscribe buttons. And if you're feeling generous, this channel runs on Caffeine. There's a link to buy me a cup of coffee in the descriptions. Not necessary, but certainly appreciated. Have a great day, everyone.